everyone, and welcome to the Cardinals Sports Complex for CTN's live coverage of the prep football kickoff for 2018 as the Cardinals host the Chaska Hawks. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro high above the action, and Howie very excited to see what happens with the team this year after a good start in the North Division last year with a 5-3 record, but this Chaska team 8-0 last year during the regular season.
Well, the Cardinals are very excited as well. I had the opportunity to visit their camp, and I talked to Coach Mal the other day and sat down with him and talked about the atmosphere around this team, and they're very confident. To a man, they said 5 wins is not enough for us. They look to equal or better that mark this season.
And one they really wanted back was the season opener they lost to the Hawks last season in Chaska when the Cardinals lost in overtime, a tough one to the very end. This time they're trying to get a little redemption as they welcome the Birds from down south to their northern home.
Yeah, Cardinals were leading that game 17-10 going into the fourth quarter, but 14 unanswered points, including 7 in that overtime period for Chaska caused the loss.
Cardinals deferred and elected to kick off. Good return taken from the 12 and out across the 30 by Ben Cornea. So look at your starters for Chaska up front. Spielberger between Lommel and Donovan. The tackles, never mind. The tackles are Ethan Jackman and Lane Schmidt. Spencer Getz, the wide receiver, along with Nolan Hansen. Quarterback is Justin Bach. And he'll start with 4 wideouts and out of the pistol, 1st and 10 from the 31. Bach throws left, pass complete to Dodds. Dodds stood up and dropped after a gain of about 6 off the left side.
Oh, just a quick little throw to get Bach a little into this game. This is his first varsity start, Joe. So we talked about that game last year. They had a very good quarterback.
A lot of names that we'll be saying all night long for the Coon Rapids Cardinals. 7 starters going both ways to start out. Out of the shotgun, trips right. Come Chaska on 2nd and 4. They run a little option. Flip pass is complete again to Dodds. He breaks the tackle.
Yeah.
Flag back in the backfield.
This one's coming back.
This one probably coming back. He stepped out at about the 46. Would be a first down.
This will be a holding call on Chaska. And they did a nice job of stringing Bach out, but he was able to unload that pass, but not before one of his teammates held.
Holding. Number 10 offense.
So instead of 2nd and 4, it'll be 2nd and 14.
Repeat the down.
You know, they're really excited about this team, Joe, but they're really excited about the defense on this team for Coon Rapids. There you'll see the hold right there. And again, doing a nice job.
Wait, it's going way back to the 21. It's 2nd and 20.
It was Jordan Nolan who was held, and again, Nolan stringing that play out to the outside.
So 2nd and very long, they go back to the pistol, balanced receivers to a side. Bach, quick turn, throws right, pass was bobbled but caught. Back into the middle out to the 29.
Now this will be
Spencer Getz.
Be a test for the defense there. Now 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 12. We'll see what the defense has to offer here. Again, at 3 front.
3rd and 12 from the 29.
This will test some of these young defensive backs.
Bach rolling to his left, tucks, looks downfield, throws, pass complete, and Dodds has a first down before he's knocked out of bounds on the far side.
Yeah, Dodds did a really nice job of crossing the field and just getting in between a couple of linebackers. And give credit to Bach, you know, he rolled to his left, and he's looking for him all along. Checked off one player, but there's Dodd right there, not before pushed out of bounds. by Williams.
Three looks to him in the first 4 plays on offense. 1st and 10 from the 42 after a big third down conversion. They're going to run up the middle. Spun around and down goes Coons after a gain of about 2.
And again, that third down situation, the Cardinals defense would love to have that back. They know they can't give up that situation. 3rd and long. There again, good pursuit up the middle. Tackle made by Chance Alexander.
Pitch goes to Kuntz around the right side. He's tripped up before he can quite get the corner, but he's out to the 48. It'll make up a 3rd and about 4.
Nice play by Marshall Holland coming in from a safety position. Again, he's gonna chase him down. Able to get enough on him, get the bottom of get his feet to pull him down before it's just a relatively short gain. It'll be 3rd and short.
3rd and 4 from their own 49. 3rd and 3, make it. Bach looks right, throws over the top, has a man, incomplete. No, there's no way. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. I was hoping.
I mean, it was a good effort.
Oh, no, it was a great effort, but it was caught out of bounds.
By Cornea, but could not haul it in bounds.
You can see he bobbled that ball a little bit.
He got beat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can see him, he gets his hands on it, bobbles it. But yeah, he's definitely doesn't get a foot in. And the Cardinals will hold him here, providing that they do kick. And it's a win for this defense after a 1st down, able to hold him.
High, short punt. Cardinals waving it off, and it will take a Chaska bounce. Cardinals will start 1st and 10 from their own 22.
There's head coach Brian Dahl, Coach Dolph in his 5th year. You talked about it, you mentioned they went 8-0 and then unfortunately lost in that 1st round of their section playoff game.
Well, both of these teams looking to bounce back from disappointing playoff finishes after solid seasons, but none more maybe than Chaska, who went 8-0 and then were upset by a team they beat by 2 scores during the regular season. First chance for the Cardinals on offense, handoff cut left, and a good gain.
Miles Taylor.
Off the left side for Miles Taylor.
Yeah, we had a quick glance of Coach Edwards, and you know, again, I've had a nice couple of opportunities to talk to him. He is really, really excited about this team. You know, they had a scrimmage here last Saturday against Prior Lake, Mounds View, and Rosemont, and played really, really well, physical, and they came out. Everybody came out healthy, which was the main thing, and they just got an opportunity to get a little competition, a little live action.
Handoff on the delay to Taylor. He's swallowed up in the backfield and gang tackled for a loss of 3. And the Cardinals will have an early 3rd and long.
We have an injured player. I can't see who that is.
We talk about it a little bit. 7 guys predicted to go both ways to start the game, and an injury in the first offensive series.
Again, I can't quite see a number, but the young man was in some pain. He was pounding the turf. Is that 78? Nope.
That's Quincy.
Oh, it is Quincy.
One of the Cardinal captains, and that could be very serious.
Yeah.
Let's step away and hope that he is able to return, and we'll take a short break. More coverage of Cardinal football after this. taking off, not putting any weight on his foot, but now able to put a little bit at least on the sidelines. Van Holsen hit as he threw. I thought that his arm was going forward, but it'll be Cardinal 4th down after a big loss. They're going to say it was a fumble.
Let's take a look at it again, see if his arm is going forward. Oh, his arm went forward.
Unless they're saying that he tried to tuck it at the last second.
He did not try and tuck it. That's a better angle of it. It came out of his hand. So it is, yeah, it's...
Either way would be a punting situation, but now heels to the goal line.
Took a long time to get rid of that.
Angled toward the far sideline. It'll roll out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. So great field position for the Hawks to start the second time on offense.
Yeah, that definitely is the best situation for Chaska, or almost the best situation. Good field position to start their second drive. They moved the ball a little bit in that first drive before stalling on 3rd and short.
So Chaska back at it, out of the pistol from the Cardinal 40-yard line. Handoff will go up the middle left side. With it is Kuntz. He's going to get a yard, maybe 2.
Nice job. Really nothing there. Gavin Layton, I think, is in the lineup for Quincy Taylor. I think he's the one that made the attempt.
Quincy, a center and nose tackle.
Yep.
Expected to play both ways. One of the Cardinal captains, and
we just hope he's okay.
2nd and 9 for the Hawks. Rolling to his right is Bach, looking downfield, throws, pass is complete, and it'll be a 1st down for the Chaska Hawks.
Okay, Bach doing a nice job on his rollouts.
They're going to double check it.
There's the throw.
He's down as soon as he catches it there with his knee on the ground. But it is going to be a 1st down.
Nolan Hansen open.
Fakes the give to... I don't have a 3 anywhere on my roster. Max Heinonen.
That was Bach taking that ball up the middle.
But he fakes the
fakes to Heinonen.
Right. 2nd and 8.
Good stick there. Just for give him that short gain. Nate Breams.
That'd be a false start.
Yeah.
It'll back him up.
Encroachment.
Oh, it's encroachment.
Oh, that hurts.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that does hurt.
2nd down.
Gives it now 2nd short.
So make it 2nd and 3 from the 23. Handoff goes up the middle to Kuntz. Stripped away by the Cardinals, and they recover.
That was huge. That was Marshall Holland.
Another big play by Marshall Holland.
Again, that's what this defense needed, to strip that ball away. They were driving.
Awfully close.
Let's see if his back hit the ground before the ball came out.
Good strip by Miles Taylor.
Ooh, I don't know.
Down to me.
That did to me as well. We'll take it, Joe.
1st and 10, handoff goes to Taylor. Taylor backed out of the first hole, dives forward up the middle for a gain of 2.
You know, both a number of these players, but both Miles and Quincy went to a number of camps over the summer. Really developed their skills. Some out-of-state camp. I know they were in Iowa, went down to Iowa. Just an opportunity for them to continue to grow and develop as football players. We'll see Miles come out.
Hey, be ready, stay on top, Michael.
Fakes the give. Van Holzen dragged down and behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2.
Steve Klotz on the tackle for Chaska, and just a great job as he's able to pursue and get the back of Van Holzen's jersey and bring him down for a loss. So now we're facing a 3rd and long situation. So far, offense not able to get anything going in their second drive. Went 3 and out in their first. Now they put themselves in a 3rd and long situation. Chaska coming too.
Throws pass well over the head of his intended target, and the Cardinals go 3 and out again.
Jake last year learning behind Tyler George. Now QB1. A little bit of pressure, obviously, first game. Want to get those jitters out.
Well, Findlay a little further from his goal line this time around. He's standing at about the 7, waiting to accept the snap and get a punt away. This one, again, angling toward the far sideline. It's out just on the Cardinals' side of midfield. And again, Chaska will start in enemy territory.
There's Red. Red's in the house. He's got his own bodyguard, own protection. This will be the 3rd offensive set for Chaska after turning the ball over their last down, as they were looking to see if they could have an opportunity to score after the good field position.
Well, they had just long enough to go over, get a quick drink, talk about what went wrong, and know that they were starting to move the football deep into the Cardinal end. Quick swing pass on the right side to Dodds. He's tripped up but dives ahead to the 40, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and short.
A nice job by Marshall Holland, really just to fight off a block and get an arm in there to bring him down. Again, fake up the middle, fooled Alexander. Then you can see he's got some green. Look at Marshall just fight off that block, get enough of him to bring him down just short of the 1st down.
Bach with time now, chase from the pocket, in a lot of trouble. Back to his left, he tucks, runs, has the 1st down, voids one more hit and dives down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. 1st down, Chaska.
Yeah, Carl's going to have to go back, look at film, and figure out how they were unable to bring him down, because they should have brought him down behind the line of scrimmage. And give credit to Bach. He got away and able to pick up some positive yardage.
Might have been a little bit of a hold there.
A little bit of hold.
But you win some, you lose some on the call battle.
Yeah, I guess it's even.
1st and 10 from the 34. Rolling, the pitch goes to Kuntz. Kuntz with a gain of 8.
Yeah, so far Chaska doing a good job of moving the ball here.
Well, they're running the option. They're running it effectively.
Brought down by Miles Taylor on the play. There's Matt Coons for the night, 5 carries, 21 yards.
Well, again, in this offense,
first quarter,
for Coach Dahl. His quarterback had 13 rushing touchdowns during the regular season. Quick throw right side, little bubble screen. Is good for about 3, just enough for the first down.
Get brought down by Holland. You know, Marshall's been in on a number of tackles already here tonight. Good job of just screening the defender off, allowing him to pick up the first down, but Holland making sure he was down low around on the ankles to bring him down.
Heinen in the man in motion. Bach looks back to his right, has his receiver Cornea over the top again and just a little too far. It'll be 2nd and 10.
The
Cardinals have to be worried. Cornea's been free over the top twice already in this first quarter.
Yeah, and he had Avant Shannon, beat handily. Nolan Hansen on that attempted pass. That pass is in there. That's 6. We'll see him come back to that, I'm sure, a little later.
Dodd's the man in motion. He'll get the carry running around the right side this time, hitting the backfield and dragged down for a short loss. Jordan Nolan on the tackle.
Well, now you're in a situation where it's 3rd and long. It's obviously, I would assume, unless they go. We'll see if it's a 2-down territory in here. 4 down.
I would assume it is 4-down territory,
I would think
unless
so.
You've got a kicker with a really, really big leg. Late substitution as Heinen ferries off the field in favor of Marcus Holasek. Kuntz remains in the backfield. Rolling to his left is Bach, throws. Too far, looking for Cornea in the left corner this time. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and it was covered there in that situation. He had to throw it into where only he could catch it. Now 4th and long.
Of course that's Nolan Hansen.
Of course it is.
Who else would it be?
Again,
Don't go by the roster.
They've been doing a good job of stringing it out, and again, that's just a little bit too far for him. Had a step on the defender.
Haven't been able to hook up with Hansen yet, but he's looked his way a lot. Flag in the backfield. Pass is complete right side to Kuntz. Kuntz breaks through a tackle. He's down to the 12-yard line. He will have a first down.
It's going against
but
Chaska.
It is going to be coming back. And now you're probably in a punt situation.
Repeat 4th down.
I assume the crowd at the Cardinal Stadium will be bigger on both sides next week for week 2.
Yep.
One reason, school will start next week.
That is true.
A cheer just erupted from the parent section. And 2, Forest Lake is a little bit closer. Bach chased out of his route, but able to regain the edge on the left side. His pass nearly picked off by Quincy Taylor. But the Cardinals will take over on downs at the 29-yard line.
Well,
and that's the end of the first quarter. No score. Cardinals getting another chance on offense when we continue on CTN. Quincy Taylor continuing to get some attention on the sideline, but he was up and walking, putting weight on it.
But gingerly.
Cardinals can't count on his return. They need to get something going on offense, Howie. Their third opportunity with the ball. They start with their best field position of the game.
Well, just as Chaska had moved the ball, and they have to be frustrated. They haven't been able to put some points on the board.
Well, they've had a couple of penalties,
a big
questionable turnover call. But yeah, they got to be Cardinals on defense have to be worried about the threat of the option, obviously, with all the different combinations they can go to in that set. But over the top, Hansen has gotten loose 2 or 3 times, and they just have barely not connected. Handoff goes to Taylor running up the middle. Slowed and stopped for the whistle at about the 32-yard line. Gain of 4.
They're again trying to test the middle of that Hawk defense. We looked at looking at the size of the offensive line. Now, of course, you have Quincy Taylor out of there, but you've got some beef up front. And they want to do a good job of getting off the ball, making sure they try and open holes for Miles Taylor or whoever is running the ball.
Handoff goes to Miles Taylor off right tackle. Slowed and dives ahead. Second effort will make it a third and about 2.
Well, that'll put him in the third down. Relatively manageable situation here. Third and short. Bring a lot of confidence to this offense. They can pick up a first down here. We've seen them go 3 and out here in the first 2 drives.
Handoff to Taylor, left side. He's got the first down. He's pushed back. Whistle finally blows as he won the battle.
Yes, he did.
He was pushed back, and then he pushed back himself. Gets one more to the 42, a first down.
Now we saw that last year. He's tapping the helmet. He's a little tired. He's coming out on this particular play, catch his breath. And we talked about players going both ways on offense and defense. He is one of them. Trainer coming over just to make sure he's okay. I think he just needs a little bit of a breath. Nate Breams
on the carry. Their roster, alphabetical rather than numerical.
I don't get it.
Makes it so much.
Oh, it's like, well, unless, of course, you know everybody by name.
I will by, hopefully second half of this game. But I'm not betting on that. Hopefully by next week.
Well, you can study. You can go home and study.
Van Holzen in trouble and dropped for a huge sack. Cardinals will be back third and forever.
Yeah, again, they're just not able to hold that point of attack offensively, and give credit to the defense. This is Max Lommel doing a nice job of beating his offensive opponent and getting to the quarterback. And you talked about a third and a whole bunch, and offensively they still haven't been able to figure things out.
3rd and 15 from their own 36. It's a generous 15. They've got to get to the 48 of Chaska to convert.
They've got to, offensively, they've got to be able to protect them. Just a 3-man rush.
Van Holzen finds his man, complete over the middle, and a first down into Chaska territory at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by Jake Van Holzen just to stay in the pocket. He knew it was coming. He knew the rush and the pressure was coming, and he delivered a strike. Beautiful play, and that was Avant Shannon. And I like the move at the end, just a little juke to get around him, able to pick up that extra yardage. That's a big first.
Who was it?
We got a timeout on the field. I'm not sure who called it. But I like the way Cardinals called that timeout. I like the way Von Shannon did a nice job getting open, and the pass from Van Hulsen was right where it needed to be. Opportunity for us to talk about, hey, did you know we're on Facebook?
I've heard.
You've heard. I don't see you on there enough. But if you want to check us out, Facebook.com/CTN Coon Rapids, you just might see yourself on our site.
It's a big third down conversion for the Cardinals.
Chaska fans go across the way.
Not a large contingent, but a loud one.
There's Quincy Taylor again trying to put some weight on that foot. You can see him definitely hobbling a little bit.
First and 10 from the 38. 43. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah.
Little swing pass on the left side.
We've seen Van Hulsen again throw a little low that time. We saw him throw over the head of the back. Yeah, you can see it there, just hitting the ground.
Pass caught right side by Tao. It's inside the 40 to the 39. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Well, Sonny Tao is 5'7", 140, and he knew he was going to get hit once he caught that ball, but did a nice job concentrating on bringing it in to make it a 3rd and 6 now for Coon Rapids, 39.
Van Hulsen looking left, chased from the pocket, throws on the run, pass incomplete, intended for Tao. And the Cardinals, I think at this point in the field, they're going to try and pin him deep.
Yep, Griff Wirtz on the coverage, and nice coverage by number 7. Step in front of Tao. And again, a little bit of success on that drive, but now they're going to have to give it back. Jackson Aurelius with the punt.
And a good spiral punt. Fair caught back at about the 13 by Hansen.
8.
It's game 1.
8-13.
It's game 1. Their roster has a lot of mistakes on it.
A lot.
Our roster is alphabetical. That's how you test us on game 1.
You know, I think it was purpose. Let's see how CTN handles this one.
I moved over and I'm standing in front of your talk button.
Yeah.
Pushing the wrong button when I cough. So now Chaska backed up in their own end. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 8.
No, good opportunity here for the defense.
Bach with Kuntz in the backfield out of the pistol. They've got 3 receivers to the right, and the Cardinals jumped. Second encroachment penalty of the game for the Cardinals.
Well, and that's definitely, you do not want to do that when you have your opponent pinned back there at the 8. You don't want to give them those 5 free yards. Moves them out a little bit from the shadow of their own goal line.
Especially on first down.
76 on the defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Bach looks to his right, has time, throws, passes picked off. Pick off at the 36 and a good return down the left side. Is that Ryan Garlick? 13?
Nope.
Who's 13?
Yeah, it's hard for us to find 13 on the roster because it's alphabetically.
Ryan Corey.
Ryan Corey.
That a kid, Corey.
I like it. Look at it.
Great return, too.
Well, yeah, and he went up to get that
Beautiful coverage, step for step with Dodds, and Corey goes up and comes away with it.
He steps right in front of the receiver. Did a really good job on coverage, and that's a boost here for the Cardinals. Now Coon Rapids in great field position. It's important they punch
First
it in
and
here.
goal.
Yeah, it's important.
They'll have it first and goal from the Chaska 9. Second turnover for the Chaska offense. And this one critical midway through this second quarter. Cardinals put a pair in the backfield. Handoff goes to Taylor. He's met behind the line and dropped immediately for a loss of 2.
They're saying Chaska's saying he lost the ball, but
they gave up that argument pretty quick.
I think so too.
They did try to make that indication early.
Again, trying to test the middle of that defense, but a great job there. That was Ethan Jackman.
So now second and goal from the 12. Play action. Throw over the middle, nobody there.
Not sure what he was looking at.
Obviously, miscommunication. Somebody was supposed to cut over the middle.
Well, and again, look at the white jerseys around him too. They're fortunate. The Cardinals are fortunate that was not picked off. So now third and long. I think for them not to come away without any points would be very disappointing.
Shotgun formation for the Cardinals on third and goal from the 12. 3 receivers to the right. Van Holzen steps back. Big blitz coming. Pass caught short right at about the line of scrimmage, so no gain. It was Jordan Nolan on the reception. It'll be fourth and goal.
Well, and Chaska doing a much better job at the point of attack. They're winning that battle here.
Cardinals going to try and take 3. So it'll be about a 28-yard attempt.
Quickly see how fast you can find his name.
Kick is up, it is good. The Cardinals are on the board with 5:54 to go in the first half.
Now, Joe, they needed to come away with something there. Obviously, they would have liked to have gotten 6, but the fact that they put 3 on, that's going to be a small victory for them because they now take the lead, as you mentioned, with 5:55 remaining in the first half.
Always good to score first, and they had to score after that turnover and the great effort by Ryan Corey.
Yeah, they had to get some points, and like I said, they would have preferred the touchdown, obviously, but they had to come away with something. Hey, who do I see there? Young Mr. Young. Got a little FaceTime.
Finley to kick it off after getting the Cardinals on the board with just under 6 minutes to go. Angled kick, it's going to stay in bounds. Chaska did not get recovery.
I think Cardinals have it.
They did not secure it, and the Cardinals may come away with a huge turnover right here, and they do. Wow.
Well, you could hear the Chaska sideline yelling, "Let it go," and he may have heard that, and he did let it go, but it bounced the wrong way, bounced in the Cardinals' favors. And give credit to that special teams; they made sure they pounced on it. They pounced on it. Yeah, great, good job, good hustle on special teams, able to get that turnover.
Nate Hernandez that came up with the fumble recovery, essentially. Heinonen was the one that was a little delayed. It fell between he and Hansen. Cardinals going for it all over the top.
I think he got his foot in.
No, they're going to say out of bounds. I thought he
had his foot in.
I thought he did as well. Nice look to Avant Shannon. Good touch on the pass from Jake Van Holsen.
Let's take another look at that. No, he's out. He did. When you get to slow it down, you get a little bit of a look, but a great concentration. Nice job just hanging on to that ball. But you can see the toe on the white.
And then they get a penalty. Make it 1st and 15. I was watching the replay. I didn't see what maybe they were watching the replay. That was why they got. So 1st and 15 now from the 27-yard line. Man in motion is Holland. Van Holsen hands off to Miles Taylor. Gets through the first wave of defenders, dives forward back to the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, just a good opportunity. At least he got the 5 yards back. And then again, trying to check that middle of the defense of Chaska, trying to open up a hole for Miles Taylor. Big north-south runner.
Van Holsen looking to his right, pass is caught. But Holland had to go up for it, makes the catch for a short gain to the 20. Set up 3rd and 8.
Well, Holland at 6'5", but he definitely had to go up to that. I mean, he'd been able to come out that clean, that pass a little bit lower. He may be able to fall for a few more yards.
Cardinals could use a 3rd down conversion right about now.
They really could. And again, they don't want to settle for another 3.
Well, even harder from here. You're looking at 35, 37 yards, 38.
Yeah, I think this is 4-down territory.
Van Holsen looks to his left. Screen set up to Miles Taylor as blockers in front of him. He's down right near the marker, but yes, there's a flag on the far side of the field.
It's a hold. That's unfortunate.
Back them up to their own 28-yard line. Third and 16 from their own 28, or from the Chaska 28.
A little more difficult situation for this offense.
Van Holsen stands in, throws over the middle, pass complete.
Oh, how did he hold
for
on
a
to
first down?
Wow.
Jordan Nolan.
Nolan, yeah.
Grabbed hold and did not let go. That's
wow.
A huge 3rd down conversion.
Young man, that was one heck of a catch. And good throw right in there. Nice block by Taylor to give him the time. And beautiful throw, Joe. and he held on to it after taking a big hit.
And they'll have first and goal again from just inside the 10-yard line. It's well defended by Adam Oska.
Oh, the key was that block by Miles Taylor, allowing him that time.
Taylor hit in the backfield, spins off, dives forward. He'll gain maybe a yard, but great second effort. Could have easily been a 2-yard loss.
Steve-O Klotz for Chaska in on that tackle, but you're right, so a good second effort, allow him to pick up a little bit extra.
Be second and goal from the 8.
Oh, delay game.
Second time.
Yeah, these are things that can happen, and I know it's got to probably drive Coach Edwards nuts. I mean, these are things that you need to avoid.
Second and goal from the 13 now.
And the key here too is obviously that front and protecting Van Holzen.
He's been able to connect over the middle a couple of times on big downs. Looks to his right this time, pass is incomplete. Intended for Shannon, well defended, hit as the ball got there.
Yeah. Michael Brown doing a nice job, as you talked about. Just hit him just as the ball got there. Got his hand in from behind. So now third and goal.
From the 13. Van Olsen has 3 receivers to the right and a timeout called by Coon Rapids.
Now, Coach,
biggest play of the game thus far, right here.
Yeah, Coach Edwards walked down that sideline. He saw something he did not like. Immediately called that second timeout. And it's a good one because you're 2:26 remaining in the half and you're knocking on the door, third and long. You want to make sure you have that right play called. More importantly, you want to make sure you give time to Van Holzen, because we've seen a lot of pressure internally from Chaska. Coach Dahl making sure he talks to his defense, and this is what we need to do. Just keep that receiver in front of you. Quincy's got that shoe off. Noticed on the sideline, got some ice on that ankle.
Most likely done for the evening. The worry is, will he be back next week?
Well, and that's the thing. Just hope for a quick recovery, because they certainly need him, and he certainly obviously wants to be out there. It's you could see when he got that injury, he's not happy, obviously.
Big third down for the Cardinals right here. Third and goal from their 13. Van Holzen steps back, looks to his right, throws. One-on-one coverage, Shannon along the back line. Touchdown, Coon Rapids!
It was a nice job. Shannon got behind the defense, and that ball was thrown right at the stripe, right at the end line, and he's able to come down with it, and that's a big play and a nice throw from Van Holzen. Got
found
the protection.
His man in one-on-one coverage, put it where only he was going to catch it.
Let's see it again. It's like, look how close it is to that end line.
Had to wait for the call anxiously, and it came in his favor. Extra point by Findlay is blocked. So it'll be a 9-0 lead for the Cardinals late in this first half.
Yeah, nonetheless, you want to get that extra point, but you got to be happy the fact that you were able to take this 9-0 lead with 2:19 remaining in the half, and gives Coon Rapids a little bit of confidence, extra confidence here. You're going to see it again. It looked like his foot was on the line. Yeah. Where's that red flag, challenge flag when you need one, right?
It's close.
It was close.
This time called inbounds. No matter how many times you look at it, it'll always be a touchdown because that's the way the guy in stripes called it.
That's the way I saw it.
Can't argue with it one way or the other. Either way, Chaska, after having a pretty solid first quarter, have seen a tough turn over the last few minutes of this second quarter.
Well, the key defensively will just to be make sure
Finley booting this one away. They were way up on it. Hansel will take it from his own 6, looking for room. Right side, hit and swallowed up shy of the 25. That's where the Hawks will start with 2:08 remaining in the second quarter.
Now, what I was going to say is that defensively, Coon Rapids just love a 3-and-out right here. Not let Chaska, still enough time with 2:12 left. Not let him get any momentum going here to close out the half. Because the Cardinals will get the ball to start the second half.
Bach with a couple of guys in the backfield with him. 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right. They'll roll to the right. Bach on the keeper. Finds some room. Dives forward and will be very close. He will have a first down right at the 35.
They're hustling back. They're going to. They're not going to waste much time between plays.
Bach again trying to get around the right side. Hit and dropped for a big loss. Back to the 20. They're going to say just stopped at the 30.
That was
but still
again.
A 5-yard loss on first down.
Jordan Nolan with the tackle, and that was a stellar defensive play. You're going to see him fight off a block to bring him down for a loss. Made that nice catch on the last drive. Now a great tackle here.
Pass is nearly picked off. Antonio Manos closing at the end from his safety spot. Able to knock it away, nearly there in time.
That'll make it 3rd down and long.
Hey, punt ready.
You talked about it, exactly what the Cardinals would like.
Yes.
Especially with the incomplete pass stopping the clock. And Chaska a little slow to snap the ball, and they're going to call a timeout. Big offensive down for them right here.
Yeah, they want to make sure they have the right play here. Again, because you don't want to give the ball back to Coon Rapids with decent field position, knowing that you're going to have to go on defense to start the second half. So this first half, it started out slow for Coon Rapids. Three and outs to start the game, and some good plays, an interception, some nice plays on the offensive end, some nice throws by that young man. And the Cardinals.
2 takeaways though on defense, and then the onside kick. And those have been those 2 events, especially the interception by Ryan Corey that he returned inside the 10, and then after the field goal to get the ensuing onside kick. Chaska's definitely looking for that their second time.
There you see Justin Bach's numbers for the first half so far. 6 of 12, 45 yards and an interception.
3rd down and 18 for Bach from his own 28-yard line, and the Cardinals jump for the third time in this first half.
Six penalties for 40 yards so far for Coon Rapids, and that makes it's still 3rd and long, but a little more manageable with that extra 5 yards.
Gives your receivers that much, 5 less yards to run to get to that first down stripe. Here it is on 3rd down. The draw play inside. Nice head fake to find some room. Late flag, and we'll see where that plays in as Coon's ducked out of
it may have
bounds after the first down marker.
May have been a crackback. We'll see what's called.
One of our officials is missing his hat, so he saw multiple things.
Yeah.
He's pointing his flag is actually back 6 yards after the yard of scrimmage, and then he threw his hat.
I'll tell you what, offensively, I like that play call because it definitely caught this defense off guard.
5-yard face mask.
Oh,
on
face
the defense.
mask.
We have a blindside block on the
That's
offense.
what I thought was that's
Those
what I thought.
penalties will offset. Repeat 3rd down.
Replay 3rd down. That's a
big win.
Big
for
win for the
Coon
Cardinals.
Rapids.
Huge
Yep.
win for the Cardinals. So it'll be 3rd and 13 again.
See if we see it here again. A brilliant play. I love the play call because the defense had no clue. And there you saw where the face mask, and there's the crackback.
Was Heinen dropping the shoulder. So another 3rd and 13. Bach out of the shotgun. Fakes the give, holds on, pump fake. He's tracked down and sacked. It's Nolan again.
Boy, he's had a stellar first half, Jordan Nolan. Hustle play for that young man right there.
I'm amazed the Cardinals are
Well, they
not
have
calling
one
timeout.
left. They have one left, unless they want to save it for when they get the ball back. But now there's down to 36 seconds. They're not going to have time. They can let basically take a penalty here if they want. Move the ball back 5 yards. The clock continue to run and then punt it.
Mm-hmm.
But Coach Edwards has to be mostly pleased what he's seen in the first half. There's been a few breakdowns, and that's going to happen in the first game. And that's exactly what Chaska did. They let it run down, take the penalty.
No, he
10
took the
seconds.
timeout.
Or they take a timeout? Take
Yep.
a timeout. I thought they took a penalty.
Nope.
Okay.
Why? They can't take the
Well, yeah.
timeout with them.
That's true. Well, it'd be a tweet if you followed us on Twitter. It'd be a tweet if Joe Young would get back on Twitter. People are clamoring for Joe Young to be back on Twitter. They want to know your thoughts. If you want to know our thoughts, twitter.com/CTN Coon Rapids. I noticed that there were highlights being posted as the game goes on. So if you can't, make sure that you follow us, because Josh Udvig would be doing all that work for naught if you don't follow us. So please do. It's job security for Josh. So basically what I'm saying, if you want Josh to keep his job, follow us on Twitter.
Good long punt. Cardinals will just let it go, and it's going to roll down to about their 20 where it'll stop. And they'll have to come out and snap it with under a second on the clock, but they will go to the locker room up by 9, Howie.
Yeah, and I think that's the way this game started. I couldn't predict the fact that Chaska wouldn't get on the board and they would be up by 9, but it fell really nicely for Coon Rapids. They made some nice plays. That interception that Corey The nice catch across the middle by Jordan Nolan. Yep. And a couple of nice plays. And
Avant tiptoeing along the back line.
Yep.
A couple of nice plays by the quarterback.
Yeah, some nice throws by Jake Van Halzen.
A couple of nice defensive plays as well by Marshall Holland in that first half. They will take a knee, listen to the buzzer sound, go to the locker room. They'll get the ball back with a 9-0 lead when the game resumes. We'll take a break, have first half stats and highlights. After this, you're watching live high school football on CTN.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Okay, fans, one more time. Let's give it up to your award-winning Coon Rapids Marching Cardinals.
Back at Cardinals Sports Complex, Coon Rapids a 9-0 lead over the Chaska Hawks at the half, and it really all came thanks to a couple of big plays late in the second quarter after the Hawks pretty much had everything going their way through the first.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the Chaska was going to start to control the game, and they were moving the ball, and turnovers and some situations happened to them, but they weren't able to put the ball across. Coon Rapids, on the other hand, 3 and out for their first 3 drives, looked like they weren't getting their offense together, able to put some points on the board.
Well, it all started with a big play on defense, really, that got their roll going in that first inning. You know, they were moving the ball, was Chaska, then the Cardinals stop them deep in their end with a strip just before the runner goes down. Then the big interception by Ryan Corey with about 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Well, we saw a lot of that up front, too. Chaska beating Coon Rapids at the point of attack.
And here's the interception by Corey. This came with about 6 minutes left in the second quarter. He has a nice return down inside the 10. Cardinals had to settle for a field goal, but the 28-yarder for Findlay was up and through. And then on the ensuing kick, the Hawks think this is going to bounce and go out of bounds. It takes a Coon Rapids hop back into play. The Cardinals able to recover it and get possession down in the Chaska end. And a couple of big plays. That one out of bounds for Avant. But the second time his foot is inside the line. As after the completion over the middle to Nolan. Foot in on the end line for the touchdown. The extra point was blocked. And the Cardinals will take that call all day long.
Yes, they will.
Let's go down to the sideline. Head coach Mal Edwards joining us at half. And Coach, what was your message to the boys?
Well, we have to keep up the pressure. I mean, we made a lot of mistakes coming out here. We left a lot of points on the board. So our big thing is to continue our tempo and press.
Coach, I know you and I had a chance to talk, and you said some of the things that you want to do is get some early confidence with such a young squad.
Yes.
I thought they did a nice job after maybe not doing what they needed to do to bounce back and feel good and get that 9-0 lead at the break.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, with the young group, I mean, it's all about the confidence right now. And our guys did a really good job at, dealing with some obstacles. I mean, we did make some mistakes, and they weren't able to capitalize. But, I mean, getting some kids in there and getting some reps in there and getting their feet under them is what we really wanted to accomplish. So I think we're looking forward to the second half right now.
All right, well, thank you for joining us.
Right.
Good luck the rest of the way. We're going to take a look at the first half numbers. And Coon Rapids, again, being pretty much dominated early on, but then it came along at the end of the second half, or the last half of that second half, and got most of that back.
Yeah, just 2 yards on the ground for Coon Rapids.
Which is surprising because
it is.
They've had a couple of hits and stops in the backfield, but Miles Taylor's had a couple of nice runs as well.
But if you look at this stat right there, 3 turnovers, really tells the tale of that first half.
Cardinals having, again, the big bonus of having the ball back to start the second half, but all of their damage done when they gained possession deep in the Chaska end.
There you see the numbers for Avant Shannon tonight. A couple of catches, 30-40. Caught that one at the back of the end zone to get that touchdown for Coon Rapids to give them the lead where they stand right now. But they do get the ball back to start this second half, and Joe, it would be very advantageous if they're able to get some points here coming to start this second half.
A good start will be looked for by both teams. But you talked about it early on. You know, the Cardinals had Chaska by, 17-7 in Game 1 last year?
It was 17-10 going into the fourth quarter, Coon Rapids. And then Chaska came back, scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter to tie it up, and they went into overtime, and that's when they lost. So definitely plenty of time for this Chaska team. Just a 9-0 lead for Coon Rapids. And their defense will be on the field first. There's a look at Quincy Taylor on the crutches. We hope he's going to be okay.
Cleat off.
Yeah.
Ankle wrapped.
I'm sure that young man extremely disappointed.
Short kick fielded just inside the 30-yard line and a good hole off the left side. That was the return by, is that Jordan Nelson again?
Nolan.
They're Nolan?
Yep.
Well, if you're going to kick it short, don't kick it.
No, I mean,
don't kick it to him. Maybe trying to catch the Cardinals napping.
Well, great field position.
Didn't happen. Yeah, they're going to start out near midfield, 44-yard line.
Nice way to start their first drive here in the second half. And again, now the key is you got to talk about, as you look at Jake Van Hulsen's number, 7 of 12, 64 yards in that score. You look at the fact that they have to do a good job up front, and we saw a lot of breakdown offensively on that line for Coon Rapids in that first half. A lot of pressure by Chaska. They have to avoid some of that here in the second half.
Holland faked like he was going off the field and then comes back in, and yeah, this is going to be against Cardinals on an illegal formation, almost guaranteed. I think Holland was actually confused, didn't think he was supposed to be out there. Shannon thought he was supposed to have another receiver over the top.
Well, definitely not the way you want to start your first drive here in the second half with a 9-0 lead.
And great field position.
Yeah.
Illegal motion. Number 10 on the offense.
Motion.
5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 40. From the 39, make it. Still good field position, but now a 1st and 15 situation. Handoff goes to Miles Taylor, looking for room on the right side, cuts back, dives ahead to the 41, a gain of 2, be 2nd and long.
Yeah, again, tried to gain that outside defensively. Chaska did a nice job of pinching it in, and then he just fell forward for a couple.
13 for the Cardinals from the 31.
10 carries, 23 yards for Miles Taylor on the evening.
Holland out wide right. Nolan in the slot to his left. Van Hulsen wants to throw left. Scrambles, tripped up behind the line. Big loss. 3rd and long.
He needs to get rid of that football. He doesn't see a receiver. He's to the outside. Just throw it out of bounds. Don't hold the ball. Again, here, throw it there. You got to throw it there.
3rd and 17, ball back at the 37-yard line. They need to get to the Chaska 46. Van Holzen throws right, wants Holland, goes up, makes the catch, first down inside the 40 of Chaska.
Oh, Van Holzen just threw that ball up and let Marshall Holland use his 6'5" frame to go up and get it.
Big, tall kid, good athlete.
Really good
Got
athlete.
him in again in one-on-one coverage. Cardinals all showing if you're going to cover man, you're going to have trouble with this team.
Yeah.
They got a number of guys, even if you play two safeties over the top and can try and double up, it's going to be tough. We have that many options coming at you.
A couple of catches for 26 yards for Holland so far in the evening.
1st and 10 from the Chaska 39. Handoff goes to Taylor, left side, dives forward, no gain. But you talked about it, Chaska winning that point of attack, and it has been a lot of work for the Cardinals to get the running game going through that line, especially since the first quarter injury of their center.
Well, it looked briefly there was a bit of an opening, but it closed quickly. Give credit to the Chaska defense for doing that, closing that hole up, not allowing Taylor to get through.
Taylor out of the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Lots of time, looks long over the middle, just out of the reach. Wanted Holland, who had a step on his guy.
Boy, would he love to have that pass back, because Marshall Holland beat the defender, and that ball just thrown a little bit too far. You can see, I mean, look at it.
It's nothing in front of him.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, look at the steps he had in front of a receiver. He catches that ball on the run, he's probably in.
I think I would guarantee if he catches that in stride, he's gone.
Yep.
Now 3rd and 10 from the 39. Looks left, throws in the flat. It's Taylor, turns upfield, fights for it. It's going to be close. I think he's going to be just short. It's going to be 4th and less than a yard.
Wow. That was a nice play by Miles, able to get ahead of steam. Just a quick little throw to the outs, back to the back.
Big play for Chaska defense right here.
They need to stop right here. They get the ball back at the 30.
2 receivers on the left, 2 guys in the backfield. Taylor will get the carry, go right up the middle. He dives forward, and he got it with that second effort. But Chaska had him stopped, and he just wouldn't.
Well, we saw a lot of that, Miles, from last year, a lot of that extra effort. And again, he keeps those feet moving here and able to make sure he got the first down. Good job stopping it, ran right into the back of his lineman. But again, able to twist, fall forward, get that first down, keep the chains moving.
That was the important thing, is keep possession on the other side of the 30-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 29. Cardinals back to spreading it out. Van Holzen hands off to Taylor. Again, met right at the line and dropped for a short gain.
Again, continuing to work the inside portion of that line. Not a lot there as the snap a little bit high. There you see, not much there for Miles Taylor. Gain of a yard. Nice little drive going by Coon Rapids. Start this second half.
2nd and 9 from the 28. Van Holzen, bubble screen looking for Holland. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, that play, even if Holland able to catch that, wasn't going to go anywhere.
Cardinals right at the 500 mark for 3rd down conversions. Would love to pick up a 3rd and long right here.
There you see the numbers, 5 of 10.
Most likely 4 down territory.
One would think.
Van Holzen on the blitz coming. He fumbled it, and Chaska has the recovery. That's a Huge turnover for the Hawks defense.
Again, didn't get anybody chipped off the edge. Defender coming in free. Not much Van Hulsen could do about that. Coming in from his blind side. You can see nobody is there. That's Nick Stanger. Great defensive play, turnover. And Chaska comes away after Coon Rapids was moving the ball, coming away with the turnover.
And now the Hawks offense that has been chomping at the bit as they had things going and came up empty in that first and then couldn't get going in the second. The few times they touched the ball, they were deep in their own end. Big turnover that they're still trying to recover from. Handoff right side, gain of 3 out across the 40.
An opportunity gone by the way for the Cardinals offensively. Coon's able to take it up the middle.
2nd and 7. Bach hands off up the middle and a nice gain about 6 yards for Kuntz this time. It'll be 3rd and short.
Well, we talked about, Joe, how Chaska was winning the battle of point of attack defensively. Also doing a nice job on opening up some holes here to start this drive on the offensive side of the ball.
They'll go to Kuntz again on 3rd down. He's got the first just shy of midfield. 1st down, Chaska. Looks like the Hawks decided in the second half, you want to play smash mouth football,
gonna run the ball.
We can play smash mouth football. Fakes the give and got caught up in the transfer, but Bach able to scramble free and turn what could have been a loss into about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, give him credit. They did a nice job of making sure he stayed on his feet after taking the initial hit.
Made a late decision on whether to take that back and then stumbled a little bit, but the Cardinals have to be able to wrap him up.
Oh, yeah, they have a hand on him. They've got to be able to pull him down.
2nd and 6 from the Coon Rapids 46-yard line. Bach rolling to his right. Cuts back, wants to run, tucks the ball, dives across the 45 to the 44, gain of 3.
I was seeing a few missed tackles here on this drive for Coon Rapids. Got to get a hat on him. Chance Alexander bringing him down, but not before he avoided a couple of hits.
Big 3rd down right here for Chaska on offense. 3rd and about 3 from the Coon Rapids 44. Bach pulls it back, and he's going to have the 1st down. Cardinals biting on that fake because Bach leaves it in the gut of Kuntz so long.
Yeah,
and then somehow able to squirm away and get enough for the 1st down. And that was a big conversion for Chaska, 1st and 10 from the Coon Rapids 40.
There you see the numbers for Justin Bach, 8 carries for 20 yards.
Handoff, big hole off the right side for Kuntz. He's got a 1st down to the 27-yard line. Gain of 13.
Again, I look at that line of scrimmage, and offensively, Chaska doing a nice job of firing off the ball, creating a hole. Look at the hole that he has to run through. Joe, you can run through that hole.
Not for 13, maybe for 3.
I don't know.
Pretty slow in my old age.
Get a head of steam going.
They're going to give it to him again, this time cutting to the left side. Drives past the 20 to the 19, a gain of 7.
Yeah, they're just chewing him up here. Again, look at that. Good job standing him up there at the point of attack. Really cleaning that line out.
The line for the Hawks definitely opening big holes for Matt Kuntz. Bach rolling to his right. Tucking it, wants to run all the way. This one's going to come back.
That's a hold.
And we did also see that in the first half. Not only the turnovers, but some penalties and key plays for the Chaska Hawks.
Yeah, that hurt some drives.
Holding, number 25 White, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
So instead of 2nd and 3, it'll be 2nd and 13 or 12.
Yeah, there you see the hold right there.
Some are tough to see, and some not so much. And the Cardinals jumped, gave him 5 of those yards right back.
We've seen that we've seen that a couple of times here this evening.
Defense,
And again, those are just mental mistakes. You
second down.
can't afford to give up penalties like that. You're going to see it right here. There he goes. There's the jump. I love my new toy. Didn't work the way we wanted to last season.
Handoff goes to Kuntz, and he goes nowhere. He's wrapped up and stopped after a very short gain. So here's a 4th and 5, and you got to think 4-down territory for Chaska right now.
No, it's only 3rd down.
Oh, that's right. That was 2nd down, then 2nd
Correct.
down, then 2nd down.
3 comes after 2. And then
Second
then
down.
after 3
And then 2nd
comes
down.
4. Yeah, and then
They had
2nd down.
3 2nd downs. It threw me. Excuse me. Big 3rd down, though. 3rd and 5.
Yes, it is.
But definitely 4-down territory.
No question.
Little fake give. Straight up the middle on the quarterback draw. Plenty for the 1st down. He stopped just shy of the 10-yard line.
Well, we didn't really see them fire off the ball offensively. Their line certainly in that first half, but they are definitely controlling the point of attack here in half number 2. And again, just nice job pulling, nice job opening up that hole. Bach, give him credit. Tough quarterback, takes a hit, pops right up.
First and 10 from the 11. Chaska trailing by 9. Just over 2 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Handoff goes to Kuntz. Cardinals ready for it. Wrap him up. Gain of a yard. 2nd and 10.
That time not much there as the clock continues to wind down here in the 3rd quarter. Again, good job beating that block at the point of attack, getting a body on there. Forcing a little pressure on the inside.
Bring everybody in the backfield in a straight snap in the Wildcat, and Kuntz can't find room on that play either. 3rd and 9.
A big 3rd down situation, as you said, it definitely will be 4-down territory.
Well, now you're in a position where
you want to kick a field goal.
You may go for a field goal.
Got to get the stop first.
Looking for the one-on-one in the back corner of the end zone.
How is that not a push?
No, out of bounds.
And how is that not a push-off?
Yeah, that's the bigger question for me.
How is that not a push-off? It was so clear to me.
Nolan Hansen really wanted to argue that one. He doesn't understand. I thought he was in bounds, but I thought he clearly pushed
look at that right there.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how you call that out of bounds. Really don't.
Yeah, nor do I know you call the penalty, but yeah, that looked like a good catch to me. He had a foot in bounds.
There's the two-hand. There's another push.
And there's the foot in bounds, possession of the ball.
So they will go for the field goal, and it's Bach trying to kick from about
He missed it.
16. He misses it wide right.
Well, I'll tell
And
you,
the Cardinals' goose egg remains.
coming up empty on that drive for Chaska is disheartening for them because they moved the ball down the field. They ran the ball so well. And give credit to the Cardinals defense. They stepped up when they needed to, and then the play at the back of the end zone, which probably should have been a touchdown. Should have been a penalty.
Well, it
to
should
start.
have either been a penalty or a touchdown. Should have been a penalty.
Should have been a penalty. There's no question about that.
But we're biased in that.
But yeah, but even if it
First
wasn't
game
a
of the year for
penalty,
the guys in stripes as well.
Yep.
And it's a job I wouldn't do. So
I
good
wouldn't
job,
do it
guys.
either. Plus, I don't look good in the stripes.
They have a slimming effect, I'm told.
Not for me. Makes me look like the Hamburglar. Coach Dahl has to be frustrated on that drive, coming
Certainly.
away empty. We're 48 seconds before this third quarter is over. Cardinals holding a 9-0 lead. Now it would be nice for the Cardinals to have a drive similar to Chaska and eat some time up on the clock by running the football.
Or similar to their first drive before it fizzled out. Go the counter off the left side, gain of about 3 yards. Nate Breams on the carry.
Yeah, we saw Nate. Nate was lost in that third to the last game of the season with a knee injury, and great to see him back. I always played baseball this year as well, but you see him wearing that brace for the protection.
He's the deep back. Miles Taylor to the right of Jake Van Holzen. Two receivers on the left. Handoff goes to Breams. He is stopped in the backfield and will lose the couple he gained on first. It'll be 3rd and 10. And that'll probably be the last play of the third quarter.
And it is.
Cardinals a 9-0 lead, but there's a lot of football to be played in the fourth. Chaska's hungry. They've got him backed up. Big third down when we come back for the fourth. You're watching live high school football on CTN. So the Cardinals facing a big third down deep in their own end. As we start the fourth quarter, they lead the Chaska Hawks 9-0.
Yeah, with that 9-0 lead in third and long situation, we'll see if they're conservative in their play call here.
Cardinals with three receivers right, one to the left, Van Holsen. In the backfield with Taylor behind him. Drops back, sets up the screen. They were waiting for it, but first tackler missed, and Miles dragged another guy about 5 more yards, but still it'll be 4th and 4 and a punting situation for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, and Jake just getting rid of this football. Miles made a nice move to the inside, but not able to get the yardage he needed for the first down. And we have that's a cramp. Miles
and that's Miles.
That hurts.
Hopefully that's all that it is.
It looks like it. It looks like it is.
It looks that way.
The Minnesota Masher knows all about leg cramps when he runs the ball 45 times a game. Neil Hendon.
When Miles so important to the team on both offense and defense. Another one of the two-way captains for the Cardinals, and his older brother, the one on crutches over on the sideline.
Yeah. And again, we hope he's going to be okay. Happened on that first drive. Look at there we are. We're on YouTube. Did you know? I knew you knew.
I've
You've heard.
And look, they've got the brand new. That's this week's.
That was this week's.
That was video from the new, brand new set.
Yes.
Or the new
the graphics
look of the set,
which turned out really nice.
Aurelius high punt, and it's bobbled at the back end. Chaska is going to get back on it, but boy, that was nearly another huge turnover as Hansen couldn't secure it. I was amazed he didn't call for the fair catch with how long that ball hung in the air. It was a good punt from Aurelius, and now we have an injury on the Chaska side.
Two scores to report. Halftime. In Anoka. Roseville 14 Anoka 0. Halftime.
He's coming in on that. And I'm not sure who 22 is. I don't have him on my roster.
But he paid the price for recovering the football for his team.
This is Michael Brown, who jumped on that ball also, who got injured on the play. A lot of sports going on tonight. The Gophers are playing.
A lot of football. Of course, the high school prep kickoff.
Yep. College is kickoff tonight.
College kickoff.
The Vikings are tonight.
The Vikings' final preseason game.
Yep.
It is a big night for football in the Twin Cities and the state of Minnesota.
Well, we certainly like football.
And Brown up and able to walk off on his own power, a little wobbly, but hopefully he's not too severely
that's a good
injured.
sign. That's a good sign he's able to walk off by himself.
And Chaska will take over with good field position after marching the length of the field for the most part, and then coming up empty on the missed field goal. Bach with two receivers right, a pair of backs in the backfield with him. On 1st and 10, the handoff goes to Coons. He's hit and dropped after a short gain, 2nd and 9.
Nice stop, nice tackle coming in low. See who finds 56 first? That would be
a race.
That would be Ty King.
Of course it would. Who else would you be?
Well, you know, I was
would it be? It's
debating between
T King. T in parentheses means he goes by T, I would assume.
That's T-Y
Bach
in
will
parentheses.
pump fake to the right side and then pulled it down, chased and dropped for a loss. Oh, it is Ty in parentheses. Good job.
It's okay. Well, if you put those glasses on, if you put those glasses on, Jan, you'd be able to see it. A nice job stringing
That's a big stop.
Stringing that out to the side. Good job, but nice pursuit here.
That's Ryan Corey.
Yep, I hope they change these rosters for Coon Rapids soon.
He came up with a big interception deep in the Seth Cardinals up deep for their first points of the game.
Big third down
big
here for the
third
Cardinals.
down right here. 3rd and 10 for the Hawks. Rolling to his left is Bach. Wants to throw. Does. Complete. 1st down. Hansen breaks the tackle. Gets more. Dragged out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's a big conversion at a big moment for the Chaska Hawks.
Well, you know, they've been doing that to Coon Rapids, that rollout, but they've been able to sneak that receiver and no coverage over there. The missed tackle and able to pick up some additional
When
yards.
he's had a nice game, Hansen, but most notably are the 3 very close calls in that first half. He had the one along the sideline, you remember, that
I do.
He bobbled just a bit and touchdown out of bounds before he secured it, and then he had a couple that were just out of his reach. That would have been big, big plays. And this snap over the head of Bach. He's chased back, dives, and is able to recover it, but all the way back at the 48-yard line, a loss of 15 yards.
That was huge, but give credit to Bach for making sure he fell on that. The Cardinals were coming strong. See that? It was off his hands. It was high, but it was one that he may have been able to get. But smart play to go back and just make sure he fell on it.
Well, he was being pressured. It was Ryan Garlick chasing him down, looking to get that turnover, but now 2nd and 25 from the 48. Bach, little screen pass set up.
Oh, where's the hold right there?
No flag on the play, a gain of about 13. Spun the defender around. I know, I saw it.
Yeah, I mean, right in front of the official. A nice game, though, to pick up some. Oh, there's a
now
flag.
We have a late flag. Flag is deeper downfield.
It looks like it's going to go against Coon Rapids. Truck's telling us they did see a holding call. What looked or appeared to be a hold.
Well, we saw the hold. The flag came from a different official than who we would have expected.
Personal foul, 13 white.
Oh.
Personal foul,
both teams.
5 black. Those penalties will upset. Repeat first down.
Wait.
Well, how,
They
we're going to see it
offset.
right there.
And now Chaska is arguing it's a dead ball after, if it's after the play is down, then it shouldn't be a replay. It should be 2nd and 12 or 13. And that is the call that they are going to reverse, it sounds like. They're still discussing it. No, they're going to
walk it back.
That's gigantic. That's the second time there have been offsetting penalties, and the Cardinals have been huge benefits in both cases. And half of the Chaska coaching staff out
one on the offense, one on the defense. Those penalties will offset to go back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd down.
I said,
back to the original line of scrimmage.
It happened during the play.
And they lose the down.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was 2nd down.
It was second down.
Chaska coach is still halfway on the field wanting an explanation.
It was a personal foul. 10 yards, then 15 yards for us, and then an automatic first down.
And you heard some of the Chaska chatter.
Oh, he's not happy. Coach Dahl not happy. Officials have to basically hurt him back to the
Mike's
sideline.
picking it up. They felt like it should have been a 10-yard penalty on their guy, a 15-yard penalty on the Cardinals, plus an automatic first down. So instead of being 1st and 10 from about the 38, it's back to 2nd and 25.
There's another.
And
that's coming back too.
Another flag, and we're going to go backwards. The pass complete for a gain of about 7 on the right side.
That's a frustrated individual right there. He's not happy with the way things are going for his squad. And now another penalty against the Hawks.
Number 10 offense.
Going to march it back a little bit more,
penalty,
making it pretty difficult with 8:15 remaining in the game. Block in the back. There you see it right there.
So it'll be 2nd and 35 from their own 41.
That's a little difficult. It's I don't know what you have in your playbook for 2nd and 35. You're just going to pick up chunks if you can. Statue of Liberty. Here it comes.
With time, throw off the left side, looking for Hansen, incomplete. 2 Cardinal defenders with him step for step. He argues the contact won't get the flag. It'll be 3rd and 35.
You see it again. Good protection up front for Bach.
Yeah, he had the time.
Could have a little bit of an argument there.
Joseph
Did
Tarnu
not look back for the ball. Nonetheless.
contact right at the time the
Yeah.
ball got there, though. Well timed. 3rd and 35, rolling out his Bach to his left, throws on the run, and the push out of bounds. No catch. 4th and 35, and a punting situation.
And, you know, it was an odd series for Chaska, and they're going to have to get rid of the ball now. Or there you see it again.
Well, they get the big conversion, and then on 1st down, the snap goes over Bach's head. They lose 15, and then the ensuing kerfuffle involving the offsetting penalties.
Word of the day, kerfuffle.
Followed by
Nice kick.
another penalty. Boot taken just inside the 15, and a short return. Cardinals will be backed up, but they have the ball back, and they have a 2-score lead.
And again, that just was a good opportunity for Coon Rapids. That didn't go the way that Chaska wanted it to. And Cardinals, again, they don't want to go 3 and out in this situation. They want to control the clock. They want to run the ball.
They need to take some time off,
Yep.
get the offense moving. But they haven't been able to run the ball.
They have not.
And that's a concern not only for the rest of this game, but for the remainder of the season.
Well, yeah, and you're missing one of your starting offensive linemen standing on the sideline on crutches. And that's, granted, one person does not make the team, but that's a big part of this team.
Oh, and a snap over the head of Van Holzen, and he's going to fall on it way back at the 2-yard line. What goes around comes around,
Well,
and now
yeah.
the Cardinals' backfield is going to be in their end zone.
Well, and in that situation, and you're talking about, too, Quincy Taylor usually would be the one doing that snapping. And definitely that one got away from him. Unfortunately, he was able to make sure he stayed in bounds and get back to the end zone.
So 2nd and 28 from their own 1-yard line. That's not good.
That is not good.
And the Chaska defense has come up with a number of huge stops in the backfield. If they could get a safety here, all of a sudden it's a touchdown to tie. And the Cardinals dropped it. Van Holzen. No, stayed outside,
He did
but
stay.
they'll give him forward progress to the 6-inch line.
Well, the clock continues to move. And
I don't know if Van Holzen dropped it on the snap or if
looked
that
like
was just. No,
it was designed that. Looked like it was designed that way.
Hole did not open up enough for him to squeeze through. And the Cardinals just have to get some distance for their punt team.
And that was Steve-O Klotz's 9th tackle on the night. Steve-O.
Van Holzen waits, throws right. Incomplete. Holland wants a flag, but they're going to say pass wasn't catchable. Too far downfield, and now the Cardinals are going to have to punt with Aurelius having his heels on the back end line.
Well, and this is going to be a test for that offensive front on this punt unit. Because I've noticed Aurelius takes a little bit of time to get his punt off. He's going to have to get this one away quickly.
He doesn't have to give you the cut back inside and say he didn't initiate the contact. Aurelius gets it off quickly, short line drive, hits the turf, scooped up on the run by Hansen at the 28. He fumbled it. Flag on the play, Cardinals recover.
Wow.
And the flag is most likely going to go against Chaska for a hold on the return.
Wow.
A dangerous play, really, for Hansen to pick that up. His team was going to get great field position, but he picks it up on a second skip. It looked like he had full possession, tucked it away nicely, but the Cardinals come up and force another turnover.
That was Jordan Merschel who recovered that fumble, and it looked like that.
He definitely got it tucked.
Yeah.
There's the hit right
Beautiful
there.
hit.
Head right on the ball. Merschel able to recover it inbounds.
I want to see who hit that. Who made that initial contact? I can't see the number. It would take me a little while to find it, but it would have been nice to find at least see the number.
I think it might have been Ryan Corey again.
Well, the way he hustles, it wouldn't surprise me.
So the Cardinals take the ball over now out on their 11, 1st and 10, new life. Another high snap, dragged down. Taylor up the middle. Has to fight for every inch, and he'll gain close to 4.
Now Chaska's got to start thinking about taking some timeouts maybe at this point with 5:30 remaining. Down by
their
2
defensive line has done a great job of silencing this running attack, and that will definitely force the Cardinals into passing situations when the time is more likely to stop without using that timeout. Handoff, no, they play action, and that didn't fool the Hawks at all. Van Holzen dropped for a huge loss.
Again, there's a nice job recognizing that play defensively for Chaska.
Stevenson, Klotz.
Now they take a timeout.
On the
That's Klotz,
sack.
Klotz's 10th tackle.
Wow.
Steve-O. There you see the time remaining, 4:58, 3rd and 7 for the Cardinal offense. Again, Chaska's just not going to go away. There he is, Steve-O Klotz, 10 tackles on the night so far for number 25. Has had a nice night, been in the Cardinal backfield a number of times. A lot of pressure.
Not going to lie, I find it kind of odd that someone remade Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah. I mean, it was such a brilliant song in the first place that, there's no need to remake it. 5 of 13 on 3rd down for Coon Rapids, and that's a statistic that Coach Mel Edwards will want to improve upon as the season goes along. Fortunately for him, his squad is up 9-0 with under 5 minutes remaining, even though they haven't been able to convert on 3rd down to the percentages they would like.
Well, this is 3rd and long from deep in their own end. Going to air it out, looking for Nolan, incomplete, knocked away at the last second, but I don't think he would have been able to come down with it inbounds.
No.
And Cardinals are going to have to punt. Chaska will get good field position, but the time definitely a factor down under 5 minutes remaining in the contest.
Well, and the key for Coon Rapids is not able to move the ball on the ground, and that's really has hurt them in this game in terms of controlling the clock and protecting this lead. Fortunately, Chaska yet to get on the board, but they have the ability to score, so the Cardinals defensively now the pressure falls on them.
Really is punting from his own end zone again, this time a little bit higher, and Nelson's going to take the fair catch at the 34-yard line. Well, we saw him bobble one earlier, and then the last one he fumbled after taking it on a skip. This time, the safe route. Fair catch, good field position inside the 35. Plenty of time, and still 2 timeouts remaining for the Chaska Hawks.
Well, that's the key. You said plenty of time remaining for this team that we saw chew up that first drive that they had in the second half. Really chewed up a lot of real estate on the ground. Looking to see if they can do that here again.
Well, they've got dangerous receivers as well. They like to run that option. This straight drop and pass connected to Hansen. Hansen will dive forward and have a first down.
Just a quick little throw to the sideline.
They like to run the option. They do it effectively. They've got the right pieces for it. And Bach making pretty good decisions for the most part, but 4 turnovers for the Hawks. Straight drop, left side, complete again to Hansen, and he's spun out of bounds after a gain of 8.
Yeah, he's been open all day long. Cardinals don't have an answer for it in terms of the coverage. There you see Marshall Holland with the tackle.
Call it 2nd and 3 from the 17. Bach pumps, throws now, wants the end zone. Nearly picked off by Marshall Holland.
Yep. Marshall complaining that he was up in his grill, grabbing a hold of his face mask.
He had position, made a great athletic play to get to the ball. Just could not come down with it.
When you're 6'5" and you can jump, because you're a basketball player as well, you've got that ability. There you see it. He did grab a hold of his face mask when he was coming down. I see what his complaint was.
Bach chased from the pocket, rolls right, has time, throws, passes, picked off. Right at the goal line, Ryan Corey gets his 2nd of the night. Welcome to the varsity squad, kid.
Just a great job stepping in front of the receiver and again stringing that play out along to the sideline. And Corey picking that ball off with 4:11 remaining, protecting that 9-0 lead. Look at the job he does, just stepping in front of the receiver as Bach had to get rid of that ball, but just right in front. And that's a huge turnover.
Gigantic play
5 turnovers
by Ryan Corey.
That's the 5th turnover of the night for
his
Chaska.
2nd pick, and this one just gigantic. You know why I like him?
Why?
He's a hockey player.
Oh, yeah, I should have guessed that.
He's a good kid, too. But a great night for him to debut. This one gets the ball back for his offense. They start on the ground. Breams fights his way for 5, maybe 6. And anything they can do to get some forward momentum and keep that clock running with that 2-score lead.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, that was a nice game because they've been having trouble running the football. But the important thing is that clock continues to move. Pick up a 5 yards on the carry.
Thank you.
Handoff goes to Taylor. Nice shift back to the inside. Hit hard shy of the 15 and is dropped about 2 yards shy of the stripe. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a big 3rd down play for the offense, Joe. It's an important pickup here. Granted, the time's running down under almost 3-minute mark, but I think that if they can pick up this 1st down, there's a good opportunity that this game will go in the win column. 15 carries, 32 yards for Miles Taylor. He'd like to see the stats improve on that line, but he'll take the victory if they can get it.
Handoff goes to Breams. He's got the 1st down to the 20 or to the 18-yard line. And you said it, you know, just getting that 1st down is
huge.
They can take off a lot of time now and get themselves a much-needed win, although a lot of bounces went in their favor tonight.
Breams was trying to pull himself out of the game. They told him to stay, tapping the helmet.
Cardinals a couple of calls, a couple of penalties, and a lot of turnovers went their way tonight.
Yes, they have.
Handoff goes to Breams again off the right side. He's going to be stopped after a short gain out to the 20. 2nd and 8.
That's timeout. Did they call it timeout? Yeah, they called the timeout. Chaska called their 2nd timeout. Is that Breams?
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got an injured Chaska player as well. Cramp on the far side of the field. And Breams, you mentioned it, trying to take himself out. before that last play.
Let's hope they're pulling him up. He's up on his feet. He looks to be okay. Nice round of applause from the home crowd faithful. Big smile on his face, and that's what I want to see. Looks like he's fine.
It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock stopped with 2:16.
And that second timeout called by Chaska. This is 2nd and 8, 2:16 remaining in this opener for Coon Rapids.
Chaska probably a little sorry they burned the timeout since they and the Cardinals each had a man down that would have stopped the clock on the injury.
They call their final timeout here.
It'll be 3rd and about 5 for the Cardinals from their own 23.
The interception
How about
by
this, Junior Ryan Corey?
2 tonight. 2 picks for the young man. I love it. And then a big one right here. He's going to cause this fumble. And then a pickoff to get the ball back. Great job stepping in front of the defender.
Nice job, Ryan. Good kid, good athlete. Great night for the junior.
Always nice when Adam Tronson comes over and entertains us in the booth.
Had one of my favorite hits of the hockey season 2 years ago for the Bantams as well. He knows what I'm talking about. So the Cardinals with a 3rd down here. And Chaska's going to bring everybody up to the line. All 11 guys within about 5 yards. And they're bringing the house. Miles Taylor running right at him. Is going to gain a couple, but it'll be 4th and 2. And a punting situation for the Cardinals.
Well, the thing is they can't stop the clock at Chaska, so the Cardinals are going to take their time.
And here's where you run the clock out.
Yeah.
Cardinals might just go for it. They still have a two-score lead.
They do.
I would think they're just going to wait, take the timeout, and punt away. And that is the call. Punt teams.
Yeah. They've got to punt the ball away.
Oh, yeah. And the crowd section getting ready.
They are.
As they
filter
out of the bleachers and head down towards the field gate to celebrate a home victory to start the season. Everything certainly didn't go the way that Coon Rapids wanted or had planned, but they have got themselves at least to the position they wanted to be in. Aurelius punt, end over end, will bounce near midfield. Nelson from his 40. Hanson, rather. Ducks out of bounds just shy of Coon Rapids' 40-yard line. 1:15 on the clock.
I don't think they're going to run the ball now.
I would think not, but they do have some dangerous receivers, but they need to score twice.
Well, they do, and again, Coon Rapids defensively, just keep your man in front of you. Don't let him get behind you. With 1:15 remaining. No timeouts for Chaska. They're going to either have to throw downfield or throw for the sidelines, work the field.
3 receivers right for Bach. He's going to roll that way. Throws early. The pass is incomplete, intended for Dodds. Got through his hands off the shoulder pad, second down.
Dodds heard some footsteps and was a little more concerned about turning upfield instead of looking the ball into his hands.
Second and 10 from the Cardinal 43. Bach was with a little lateral, and that did not work at all how they wanted. They lost 7 yards, and the ball stays in bounds.
Oh, Marshall Harlan's hurt. No, maybe not. Yeah. Oh. Does he have a cramp? Yeah, he has a cramp, I think, too.
He quickly got off, make sure they don't have to stop the clock. 3rd and 17, and that's a false start. It'll be 3rd and 22 with just under 45 seconds left.
So dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
Penalties have been a problem. Turnovers certainly an issue for Chaska tonight.
5 of them.
And the questionable calls all going in favor of their opponent didn't help. Bach rolling to his left. Throws, pass is incomplete. Intended for Dodds, well covered. As Antonio Manos went to the ground with him, made sure that that catch wasn't going to be made. 3rd and forever. Bach rolling left, throws, passes incomplete, skipped before it got to Hansen. And it's 4th down for Chaska.
It was 4th down. Cardinals ball.
My mistakey.
It's okay.
It's game 1 of the year, boys. Game 1 of the year. Even in a victory, the Cardinals have to get out of here, A, feeling like they got lucky. And
no
B,
question.
Like they have a lot to work on before Forest Lake comes here next Friday.
They do, and they have one of their key players an injury concern. Hopefully that Quincy Taylor will be okay, but we'll find that out later in the week.
Cardinals will just come out and kneel on the ball, and I guess first they'll take a delay of game penalty or a legal substitution. They have 12 men on the field.
Well, it's just
oops.
They'll lose a few yards, but nonetheless, they're going to come away with a win here. Nice way to start the season. Wasn't the prettiest game in the world, Joe Young. There are a lot of.
It was for Ryan Corey.
It was for Ryan Corey. He's the CTN star of the game.
Well, and don't forget Avant Shannon with the catch at the back of the end zone. Jordan Nolan had a nice game, both offensively and defensively.
But two big interceptions in key situations.
And a forced fumble.
Yep.
We will take a break and be back to wrap things up. Cardinals victorious 9-0 in the season opener over Chaska. You're watching live high school football on CTN. Back at the Cardinal Sports Complex, Coon Rapids successful 9-0 in the season debut, but they had a lot of balls bounce their way. Still a lot to work on, but a win is a win.
Hey, a win is a win despite the fact that you really didn't run the ball the way you wanted to control the clock. But the fact that they had 5 turnovers really helps them win that, and the fact that there were maybe some questionable calls, nonetheless, they get their opening win, and that's really important because they did drop that opener last year. Opportunity to get a little
sloppy
payback.
Penalties on both sides, and the Cardinals come out on top. That's the big key. Ryan Corey, what a game for the junior. He had the big interception in the first half that set up the Cardinals' first points. Comes up with a forced fumble and an interception in the second half. Cardinals offense struggled to get going both on the ground, as you mentioned, and through the air. Couple of nice hookups here and there, but for the most part, the Cardinals really slowed and need to get the offense clicking better in the second half or in the rest of the season. And that a questionable out-of-bounds call in the corner would have been a big game changer at that point. Cardinals and Hawks each had a bad snap, set them way back.
No, they did enough.
Again, just
to get the win.
Kind of sloppy
play
on both
sloppy.
sides. Cardinals punting out of their own end zone.
And this is huge.
And
Watch
this
the
is
stick by Curry.
Corey head on the ball, forces the turnover, and Chaska would have had great field position deep in the Cardinals' end in the fourth quarter. And then Corey at the goal line coming up with the interception. And yeah, that's the big stat. The key stat as you look at everything. 5 turnovers for the Cardinals. 5 turnovers for Chaska, 5 turnovers for the Cardinals on defense.
Look at the negative 3 yards rushing.
That's not a good stat either.
That's
only 7 first downs, so they didn't move the ball consistently, but maybe 1 or 2 drives.
Well, Chaska having 4 more first downs and 66 more yards of total offense, and not able to put any points in the end zone and on the board, and that's something I know Coach Brian Dahl can't be happy with, and he'll go back to the drawing board. And this was an 8-0 team, granted from a year ago, but granted they did lose a lot, and so it's a little bit of a rebuilding situation for Chaska as well. But the Cardinals will get their opener.
Well, and that's the important part. It is a W.
Yes.
And they'll take it any way they can get it. Again, it was a game that got away from them late last year against Chaska. Yep. They end up losing in overtime and starting out 1-0. And it's cliche, but this team truly lives by or has lived by for years, 1 week at a time. Just want to be 1-0 this week, and the Cardinals can say mission accomplished week number 1.
Yeah, and you were right, Joe, when you opened this saying that there's a lot of work for Coon Rapids to do before their next game, and obviously they'll look at tape, they'll see what they need to continue to do, and there's obviously concern with Quincy Taylor's injury. I know there you see Coach Edwards talking to our trainer.
So, pretty easy pick for a star of the game tonight. Ryan Corey, how's it feel, kid?
Feels pretty good. Had to work really hard, but it paid off in the end.
Big play on that forced fumble. Just a nice stick. I mean, your defense really, when they needed to, came up big.
Yeah. Offense was rolling, but defense picked them up, and that's how the game goes sometimes.
So what is your big takeaway from today's game?
Just work hard every single game, and you're not promised anything, so you just got to go and show out.
Yeah, you may not have played the best as possible, but you came away with the win, and that's what's important. You take those things that maybe didn't go your way, work on them this week when you come back to play Forest Lake a week from now.
Yeah, that's all that matters. We got the W.
All right, Ryan, thanks so much. Enjoy celebrating with your teammates. And the Cardinals, will celebrate as well. And continue on. This is a good way to start the season.
It is a good way to start the season. We'll take the win, and it's always nice to get that home opener win. It's been a while, I think, since the Cardinals won their opener, and we'll take it here in 2018 as they move to 1-0.
And we will be back here with them next Friday night. Expect a bigger, stronger crowd on both sidelines as the school year will be underway when they host the Forest Lake Rangers on Friday night. We're going to do some more soccer doubleheader on Tuesday, and then volleyball on Thursday the 13th, before seeing more Cardinals football, their first road game in week 3. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Cardinal Stadium, it's Coon Rapids 9, Chaska 0. Want to thank everybody out for joining us. Continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young. Say goodnight.